Pikeview to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Bardsdale Court with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We're getting ready to get you ready for Game 2 of this final day here on this Saturday afternoon here in Beckley. And Eric, over the 28 games of this tournament, this is game number 24, and it's a boys game between Pikeview from Mercer County. They are 2-5. They're taking on Elkins 1-5. I had Pikeview's game earlier in this tournament, Eric, and they came up short as they played on Thursday. They lost to Greenbrier East 67-43. Elkins played last night, and they lost to Shady 61-37. So both teams, after really getting beat very decisively, you don't want to leave today on a nasty rainy day and take that bus trip home with the loss. At least you want to be able to come out of here and at least be 1-2 in this tournament.
Yeah, and you know what's good about this game, we had a chance to talk before we went on air, is both teams, struggling a bit, played some good competition. I think both teams just have one win in the win column.
No, Pikeview's got 2, Elkins got 1.
Okay, yeah, so and if you're Elkins, you don't want the long ride back up to Elkins without a victory, so I look for this to be a real competitive game.
I think so, too. Both teams have, as we watch them warm up, and that's, Pikeview warming up in front of us, Elkins to our right. Both teams have a lot of height, and like I said, I did the game which Pikeview played Greenbrier East, and they hung in there for a while, and then Greenbrier East just had too much at the end of that game.
Yeah, and I had a chance to watch Elkins last night against the strong Shady Spring Tiger team, and any team's going to struggle against that Shady pressure, so they got to look at that. So I'd like to see them today, see how they handle this big floor and the Pikeview Panthers.
Well, both teams continue to go through their warm-ups. We're about 6 or 7 minutes away from getting the ball game tip. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2024 New River CTC Invitational, presenting sponsor Little General Stores, right here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
West Virginia's #1 hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Little Caesars stuffed Crazy Crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, Dave Bardsdale Court. And, Eric, it's such a rainy, nasty day outside. There's only one place that you can be really warm if you're not in your own home, and that's here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, taking in the game. Or maybe you're all bundled up and comfortable on your couch and watching the game here on Video Productions. However you're taking in the game, glad you're with us here this afternoon. And as Eric told you right before we went to the last break in that last segment, we think we're going to have a very good competitive game here, Eric. Pikeview 2-5 against Elkins 1-5.
Yeah, and I really do think this is going to be a good one to start the afternoon off with. After that Beckley girls, Huntington girls game, Beckley, got down early, was able to battle back, and the Huntington girls really made some big shots down the stretch to hold them off.
Yeah, what hurt Beckley in that game, they finished with 28 turnovers, and that's really been, as I was doing the game with Bill there in the second half, and as many people know that follow the games on Video Productions, that you and I normally call the Beckley girls games, and that's the one thing that by tournament time that Coach Neighbors, I think, he knows that that's what he needs to figure out, and I think they will. Just got to be able to take care of the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, and I need to touch on that. You broadcasted. I'm glad that you told the truth to everyone. The reason you didn't call the girls' game because you had to get your cartoons in, and it was a little too early.
It was too early for me, so I told him Bill able to pinch hit. Yes.
Yeah, that was great. But back to what you were saying, and I know we're getting ready to do this game, but the last thing we'll touch on the last game is you said it best. 28 turnovers, and the bad thing is they only turned it over 8 times in the second
half, right?
So,
right, 20 first half
and if that's a coachable, teachable moment. You need to just look at the film and go, look, we turned it over 20 times. We had 19 points, but on the flip side, they got 19 more shots than Beckley.
So.
Bill said it, but in the first half, they shot almost doubled them up.
For the game, Huntington ended up shooting 25 of 68, Beckley 17 to 37. That was doubled them.
Doubled them up.
Yeah.
And anytime you do that, and only to lose by 12, right? Something like that. It was
61-49.
Yeah, so that's a teachable moment. Take care of the basketball, good things happen.
Well, both teams, actually not both teams. Elkins still out on the floor going through their final warm-ups. Pikeview went to their locker and now coming back out. We'll take a final break, come back, get the ball in the air between Pikeview. They are 2-5 against Elkins 1-5. We'll do it coming up next here on Video Production.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Are you ready to steer your career in a new direction? Look no further than New River Community and Technical College. With brand new simulators and virtual reality equipment, New River CTC's commercial driver's license program provides on-the-road experience before ever getting behind the wheel. You can become road ready by earning your CDL in just 6 weeks, along with a 180-hour certificate. Whatever your dream, New River CTC's CDL program puts you on the route to success. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from 1 location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Elkins, producing and directing this game as he's done every game this week. And, wow, got to give a real shout-out to the heavy hitter. What an excellent job he's done all week. And once again here, we got him with us again today, Eric, also performing on camera, and they've done a great job too, Andrew Boland and Jackie Moon, and we appreciate their hard work. The home team on the scoreboard will be Elkins wearing the white, so the visiting team right now is Pikeview. They're being introduced. You can see the starters there, Eric, on the screen. It'll be Vestal, Rose, Damewood, Bailey, and Hall. And, of course, just like the other game that I did with Pikeview when they played Greenbrier East on Thursday, the team's leading scorer, Dave Thomas, averaging 17 a game. He normally starts. He didn't start the other night, but he did play, and he won't start here this afternoon, but he will play. Now for Elkins, they're being introduced, and now you can see Boggs, it'll be Hensman, Wanless, Holland, and Lout, the starting 5 for the Tigers of Elkins. Elkins is coached by Mark Rayfield, and Pikeview coached by Les Farmer. Pikeview's 2-5, Elkins is 1-5, and Eric, we're moments away from getting the ball game started.
Yeah, and this is going to be a good competitive game, and I think early on, whoever establishes itself inside, I think key that both of these guys look like they evenly matched inside. I think controlling the boards and controlling second chance shots on either side will help either team.
When you look at this Elkins roster, look at this here. You got 6'5", you got 6'5". They got 3 6'5" guys and a 6'6" guy on the Elkins roster. And even though I don't have height, you can look some of the size that Pikeview has. I think this is going to be a battle of the bigs.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think whoever can handle the glass, man, and handle inside will probably come out victorious in this game.
So it'll be Holland in the center circle for Elkins against Vestal for Pikeview. Ball in the air, and we're underway. Glad you're with us here on this Saturday afternoon here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Here's streaming live on Video Productions. It'll be Elkins with the first crack at it. They double-team the ball immediately to this Pikeview. Very aggressive. And there's a steal. Nice hustle by Damewood. That's a beautiful play. The big fella, Rose, runs the floor, and it's swatted. How about that?
Rejected. And I didn't see who got the rejection, but that size comes into play.
It was Boggs.
Okay,
6'5".
Boggs. Griffin Boggs running the floor, and that shows you it's going to be tough on the inside. It's tough sledding.
And you got to love the big fella Rose running the floor for Pikeview, as now Pikeview on its first possession turn it over. So both teams turn it over on their first possession.
Yeah, and both teams played good defense on first possession, and points may be hard to come by in this game.
So here's Elkins on the attack. Here's Boggs, puts it on the deck. They cut him off. Around the horn they go. And we got to travel. So 2 possessions for Elkins and 2 turnovers.
Yep, not the way you draw it up, but got to do it on the defensive end here, as it looks like Elkins is going to extend this like a 2-2-1 pressure right here for Pikeview, against Pikeview.
Pikeview able to break the pressure. Get the ball in the front court. And 2 possessions for Pikeview turnover. And now we got our first foul of the game. So each team, Eric, with 2 possessions, and each team has turned the ball over both times.
Yeah, both teams, and a lot of coaches would say you're coming out playing tight. And both teams being aggressive and going at it. Spirited game, to start out. We haven't yet played a minute, but 4 turnovers.
Yeah, 4 turnovers and a foul. That foul's on Vestal for Pikeview. That's his first, team's first. So here's Elkins. Here's a 3 ball from the left side, no good. Offensive rebound, and there's a swat. Rose with the block from behind, and we've got a held ball, and it'll go over to Pikeview.
Hey, so Maris, mano right now. We have 3. Well, that was the 5th possession.
Yeah.
But it's been 2 blocks, 1 on each side, as we see
Rose with a
nice block, and both teams are really aggressive and going at each other.
Yeah, that was Wanless putting the shot up, and Rose from behind able to block it. So on the held ball, the possession goes with Pikeview, and they turn it over. And there's a layup out of the turnover as Hensman scores the first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, and defense becoming offense with this Elkins 2-2-1. Well, it looks like a 1-2-2 pressure now.
Here's Damewood on the drive. Rose from 15 straight away, and he'll knock it down. The big fella steps out and drains the 2 ball.
Hey, both teams are destined to match one another. You turn it over, I turn it over. You score, I score.
Yeah, and the team that scores and don't turn it over might be the team that's going to have the advantage.
Got to break the cycle.
Yeah, as we talk about a turnover, another turnover by Elkins.
Oh, good hustle.
Pikeview turns it back over. So I think you're right, Eric. I think these teams might have to kind of maybe settle down a little bit and kind of get into the game. We're just 2 minutes in.
Yeah, both teams, amped up, playing hard, just a little out of control. But I think most coaches will want you to play hard. You can fix the other stuff.
There's an offensive putback and a foul, and getting to the free throw line with Brock Holland. That was a good play that time by Hensman as he went up and under.
Yeah, nice reverse layup, not able to get the fall. But right now, Elkins is getting the most second chance shots. This is their second offensive rebound, and getting to the free throw line will be Brock Holland with a chance to break the tie.
And the first free throw is good, and he does just that. But yeah, we're just a little more than 2 minutes into the game, and I think as the game moves along, I think both teams will settle in.
Yeah, exactly right. You're exactly right. They'll settle down and let the game come to them more as Holland makes 2 of 2.
So Elkins will apply that full court pressure. Here's Rose with a nice pass for the layup. That's a beautiful pass by Rose, and a nice job that time by Bailey to able to catch, shoot, and score.
Hey, the big guy, Rose, he did a great job of court awareness to get the dish and score for Bailey.
3 ball on the left side is short, And that three was put up that time by Holland
and
for Elkins.
Rose with a defensive rebound. Big Zach Rose has come to play.
And here's Hall with it, and he'll draw the foul. It'll be 5 on 5. When I say 5 on 5, number 5 on number 5 as Wanless will get whistled for the foul. And there's that last bucket, that nice, beautiful pass by Rose.
Nice dish.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
good awareness, court awareness, and showing some skill right there.
So Bailey to put it in play on the baseline for the Pikeview Panthers. Dame Wood with it now. Elkins now will get into a man-to-man defense. They whip the pass down low, and Vestal will draw the foul.
It's the third team foul, and that will be on Griffin Boggs for Elkins.
It'll be Vestal getting to the line to shoot a pair as we watch the replay. And you know, Eric Vestal the other night against Greenbrier East, he played really well.
Well, this is a nice, strong move, too.
And when they bring Thomas into the game, Vestal and Thomas really do damage in the low post together. The first free throw is good.
Hey, you know how coaches get, though. If this formula right now is kind of working, Thomas may be the sixth man of the year coming off the bench.
Well, he's the team's leading scorer, and we always say it's not who starts but who finishes, how many minutes that you can get. And if you provide good minutes, you'll get more minutes. Here's a three ball for the lead. It is no good, and that three that time was put up by Hensman. And back the other way is Damewood for Pikeview. Damewood to the free throw line, 15-footer. Actually, it's a pass.
It was a pass.
To Vestal. And Vestal thought he was fouled. No whistle. Got to play through the contact. And here's Elkins on the attack. Trying to work the ball around the horn, find somebody free.
Good, better, best right there.
Open three from the corner doesn't go. They got what they wanted. They got an open look. They just didn't knock it down.
Yeah, just didn't knock it down. Good ball movement, and Pikeview able to secure the defensive rebound.
And that pass a little high as that time Bryson Bailey was wide open in the corner, and he was really set and ready to fire the three ball.
Well, what they call that, you need to throw the pass, hit him in the pocket, the shooting pocket, and that was way high. Even if he catches that, the defense would have been able to recover and make it a tougher look.
Elkins works the ball. Nice ball movement by Elkins. Nice drive. Little short shot off the glass doesn't go. The ball's tipped up once, twice. That was a nice hustle. That's a good shot by Wanless, but it won't go. Now we have a reach-in foul on Pikeview, and that'll be a common foul. So that'll be side out for Elkins.
That's going to be on Elijah Hall. No, Drew Damewood, I'm sorry.
And now here's Thomas into the ball game. David Thomas, the team's leading scorer at 17 points a game. Rose will have a seat. So Elkins will get it in.
And David Thomas has a lot of length, too. Like you said, there's a lot of size on both of these teams.
Yeah, and Pikeview able to turn them over. So here's Bailey with it. Now Damewood. Around the horn they go. Here's a three, and that's short. That graces the front of the rim. That three put up by Hall. But Pikeview able to keep the possession. Thomas will dial it up for three, and that's an air ball. So he's just got to get acclimated to the game a little bit.
You know, a lot of people say sometimes it's better to come off the bench. And I'll say my brother told me this because I can't reference it. But it's sometimes you see the game in a different light.
That's the voice of Eric Thomas because he never came off the bench. As there's a three. Oh, that three that time put up by Boggs. And back the other way. Here's Damewood with it for Pikeview. So we've had a lot of action as Vestal will dial up three. Not a lot of scoring. That's an air ball, and it'll go off of Elkins instead of Pikeview.
Hey, on the closeout right there by Elkins, Jared Vestal was shooting. It may have become short because on the closeout he kind of got, inadvertently poked in his nose as he was shooting it. But, yeah, like you said, a lot of action in both teams. I think whoever settles down and cuts down with these turnovers, and that's a foul that'll make you pull your hair out if you're a coach.
Well, that's another thing, too. The fouls are mounting up. First of all, we didn't have any fouls, and now we got 7 fouls between them.
Yes.
The fourth team foul there on Elkins. Rose back into the ball game for Pikeview. And it'll be Austin Bennett checking into the lineup for Pikeview as well. Ball's into Thomas. Now Pikeview will reset their offense. Rose turns around, spots up. Shot doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and coming out there with it, Hensman for Elkins.
And Elkins looking to run.
And nice take to the basket and the lay-in that time by Brock Holland.
Holland garners his 4th point. Good run out and a timeout by Pikeview.
Yeah, 5-0 Elkins run. We'll timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Virginia's #1 hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Here's Pikeview out of the timeout. Elkins right now, Eric, on a mini 5-0 run.
Yeah, and Elkins, what they've done, they've been able to create defensive pressure. That's a foul all day and on Brock Holland.
Yeah.
As Zach Rose. Just a little too aggressive right there. And both teams, that's the 5th team foul. So
yeah, over the limit.
Rose, and you know what? I like this Rose, the way they're running the offense through him. Nice, silky, smooth lefty.
The big fella gets to the line to shoot 2, and he makes the first of 2. That will stop the mini 5-0 run. As we talked about, Eric, over the limit is Elkins. That's their 5th team foul of the quarter. Rose second free throw on its way. That looks good and is. He got them both and cuts the lead to 1. Pikeview now going to play zone.
And I think this is smart because both teams, the fouls, like you said, are adding up.
Get the ball to the head of the lane. That's Boggs. Ball knocked out of bounds. And what do we got? We got a foul or a turnover? Nope, turnover.
And that's a good no call. Both guys are battling, going for the ball, and last person to touch it as the ball's lost.
Ball's up under the table. You know, Eric, I agree with that, but there was a lot of contact. And when the referee put his arm up, the thing he put his arm up, but he didn't clench his fist. So that's why I wasn't sure when I saw the arm go up, it was going to be a foul or not.
But I think he was looking, maybe processing. And, yeah, I was with you. Sometimes when they raise that hand, he may have pointed at someone for a foul, but that was the correct call.
And I agree with you. I think it was a good no call. So here's Pikeview with a chance to regain the lead on this possession. And there's Damewood on the drive. They cut him off. Now he'll go back, get to the rim, lay it up, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, missed the chippy layup, and I think that's going to be on Levi Wanless.
We'll watch the Pepsi replay right here. Damewood on the take, and he shot it a little strong, but the foul, I'm sure, threw the shot off, and Damewood at the line to shoot 2. And a chance for Pikeview to regain the lead.
Yeah, and that's the second one on Levi Wanless, one of the starters, as that one rolls off.
So Vestal will check back into the lineup for Pikeview.
And Wanless is replaced by A.J. Friedman. Comes in the game for Elkins.
Also Elijah Hall back into the ball game for Pikeview. Here's Damewood's second free throw. He missed the first, and he missed them both. But nice job by Vestal to be able to tip that rebound out. And, well, that's a coach's nightmare after they miss 2 free throws and then you don't get the rebound.
Yeah, you give an extra possession.
So getting ready to go up under a minute for the opening quarter. There's a little floater into the lane. It won't go. That's a nice shot, but it wouldn't go by Bailey. And on the rebound, it's a foul, or is it just out of bounds?
Just out of bounds in possession. Elkins, I think.
Yes.
Pikeview was able to tip it and tipped it out of bounds. Now Pikeview showing some pressure.
So we got the Tigers against the Panthers. The Tigers from Elkins against the Panthers from Pikeview. Down low, a lot of contact. What do we got? We got a travel and no foul.
Yep, and it was either travel or charge. So I think you would take the travel right there if you're Elkins, because that would have been the second foul on Holland.
Yeah, clearly would have been an offensive foul.
Yeah,
You're
so
right on
I would
that.
take the travel over the.
Well, yeah, because you don't want add an extra foul on personal or team-wise. Here's Rose with it.
I mean, both teams are extremely aggressive defensively.
Yeah, even though it's only 9-8, like I said, we haven't had a lot of scoring. I think the scoring's going to pick up as we get into the second quarter and on into the second half.
Yeah.
Here's a three on the far side corner. Good. A splash down by Bailey, and Pikeview has regained the lead.
Bailey's 5th point with that three in the first quarter.
Well, Eric, we've had this before, a 5-0 run, 5-0 run, till right back at you on the near side corner by Boggs. And that breaks a quick 5-0 run. Last shot time, three-pointer, just a little short, and that's the end of one. At the end of the first quarter, your score is Elkins 12, Pikeview 11. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, Dave Bartsdale Court. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Elkins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon, Andrew Bolin, a fabulous job all week on camera. And Eric, ready to start the second quarter, and Elkins will have the first possession. Here's a three ball from the far side corner. That's a little strong as Vestal gets the rebound for Pikeview. That three ball was put up by Holland for Elkins. There's a pass to Vestal, and he got bumped, and that's a quick foul. Not even a minute into the second quarter. You got a new player into the game for Elkins that committed that foul as Aiden Lambert.
Yeah,
6'5", 300 pounds.
Bodied him a little bit as you give his weight, but hand straight up, but a little bit too much body on,
yeah,
on
like
that
I said,
foul.
he's 6'5", 300 pounds, and he's got that big brace on. It looks like he can. It's hard for him. As I watch him, it's hard for him to move.
Yeah, that's tough when you're coming off a knee injury or trying to prevent a knee injury. It's just real restricting.
So Rose will dial it up from distance. It doesn't go, and they battle for the rebound. Good hustle and a nice rebound by Bailey for Pikeview.
Now Pikeview starting to assert itself on the offensive glass.
Nice post up. That time Vessel puts up the shot. He left it short. He got the position he wanted, and he couldn't finish.
Yeah, just couldn't finish through the contact, which wasn't a foul. Just good hard defense.
Little floater into the lane doesn't go. That's a new player into the game.
And that's going to be the second foul on Aiden Lambert in under a minute.
And that was A.J. Friedman into the game for Elkins that missed that little floater into the lane.
So this looms big right now. If you're not yet just quite a minute into the second quarter with two fouls and you're pressing. So if you're Pikeview, you want to break this press and be aggressive.
Yeah, you want to break and tack the basket. They almost turned it over. There's a nice cut to the basket. And here's a three on the near side, and it doesn't go. Offensive rebound, and we got a whistle, and we're going to have another foul.
That's going to be another foul, and I think that's on going to be on Lucas D'Angelo.
Yep. And that'll be a couple of free throws. So getting to the free throw line will be Austin Bennett. As he got that offensive rebound and then draws the foul, he'll shoot a pair.
So Elkins with multiple players, three players with two fouls already.
So, yeah, the fouls are mounting up, and the good point you made, like I said, we've just played a little more than a minute, not quite a minute and a half, and Elkins already has 3 team fouls here in the second quarter, as both free throws are made by Austin Bennett.
As Pikeview creates a turnover on a trap into the post and going the other way.
And a layup. Nice play that time again by Bennett. He scored the last 4 points for Pikeview.
Pikeview's trapping in the short corner, and they're creating turnovers and runouts as they turn it over. No.
Back and forth we go. Ball still loose. And what do we got?
Yeah, I think they're going to whistle, and it's the correct call. Jared Vestal with the grab as they were fighting for the loose ball for Pikeview on the floor.
Someone has opened the door across the way, and there's a glare.
Yeah.
And that glare has hit me like right in the eye, and it's hard for me to see. In fact, you can even see the glare on the court, Eric.
Yeah.
I don't know if our viewers can see it at home, but that glare with that door open.
Yeah, that door is creating a major. Oh, someone's standing outside.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Good thing it isn't real cold, huh?
Hey, not only is the glare hitting the floor, it's hitting your forehead and getting someone across in the crowd.
Well, it's definitely blinded me. As there's a 3 from the corner doesn't go. That 3 was put up by Holland, and back the other way would come with Pikeview. Here's Thomas with it.
And right now, Maris, it seems like the flow of the game and the momentum has switched to Pikeview a little bit and been a little more assertive in directing their defense and creating turnovers.
Well, you know, Elkins has yet to score in this quarter.
They have more fouls than shots attempted.
Yeah, and that's their 4th team foul, and 2 shots for Thomas here for Pikeview.
And that foul was whistled on, I think, Boggs for...
Yes, Griffin Boggs, his first, team's 4th of the quarter. First free throw's no good by Thomas. And they'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Makes that one. He makes 1 of 2.
And the leading scorer's first points come at the 5:38 mark of the second quarter.
So going back to the first quarter, Pikeview now on a 5-0 run. They sit back in that zone. They whip a pass down low. That was a nice pass and a nice finish that time by the big fella. Lambert able to catch, shoot, and score. Yeah, if the referee could just stand there, I could watch the monitor. He could block that glare with that door being open.
I'm with you. It's
got
my right eye.
Well, it is. It's hit me like right in the face. So 3 minutes into the second quarter, Pikeview up 2 and with the ball. They get the ball down low to Rose.
Double dribble?
Yep, you're all over it, and so was the official. So Bennett turns it over. And as we watch that last pass, that was a nice play.
Nice feed by Boggs down to Lambert for the easy finish.
Like I said, Lambert at 6'5", 300 pounds. Elkins can tie or take the lead with the 3. Here's a drive. Now here's a 3 for the lead. It doesn't go, and Rose clears the rebound.
May have turned it over.
He does. Friedman down the lane, splits the defenders, laid up and in, and 1. What a play, and now we're all tied, and Fredman there can give Elkins a lead if he can knock down this free throw as we watch the replay.
And I think that's going to be whistled on Zach Rose as he got the arm, but not hard enough to prevent the ball being put up and the score.
Yeah, that's A.J. Friedman. I think I called him something else, but I beg your pardon.
Yeah,
I mispronounced his name. And that
I'm
glare.
trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't know why they got.
Sorry,
I don't see nobody standing over there. The free throw is good, so the 3-point play is made, and now Elkins has regained the lead. So back and forth we go, with runs and mini runs.
Both teams' pressure is really affecting the opponent.
Here's Rose from the right side, knocks it down.
He has a nice looking shot.
Pikeview now back in front. Coming up on the halfway point of the second quarter. Lambert, the big fella, steps out and tries a 3, doesn't go. They whip the ball back out high into the corner. Thomas will spot up, shoot a 3, back iron doesn't go. And Lambert will clear the board for Elkins. Here's a 3-ball on the right side, in and out and back in again. It rattles in, that time by Holland. And you can see, Eric, the scoring is picked up.
It's really picked up because the pressure is picked up and both teams are getting into their flow of offense.
Thomas on the baseline, they cut him off, puts up the shot anyway. He kind of forced that one, and the ball's out of bounds over to Elkins.
And Elkins is kind of really taking the momentum back from, as we see Holland use all the rim to get the three-pointer to fall.
What you call rattling it in.
Rattled it home.
So Elkins with the ball and up 2. This is Friedman in the ball game. He's played well. Friedman being double teamed now, and they're going to have a Pikeview foul. So that'll be the 3rd team foul on Pikeview. So Elkins has 4 team fouls, and Pikeview has 3. As getting ready to check in will be Austin Bennett for Pikeview.
And that one will be on Hall. I think he's picked up both fouls in this quarter.
You are correct.
Well, 2 of the 3.
Well, 2 of his fouls for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So side out to Elkins. Pikeview back in the zone. They whip it around. They get the ball to the corner. There's a 3. That corner shot's no good. That was put up by Hensman. There's 2 Hensmans on the team. That was a Drew Hensman. And there's a Drew Hensman and a Dylan Hensman. They get the ball in low. Vestal puts the shot up. They're not able to squeeze it home. And coming out of there with the rebound will be Holland for Elkins, and that's a blocking foul.
Yeah, man. That's a tough hit. Bryson Bailey picks that up, and that's the 4th team foul.
So now, Eric, with 2:41 as we watch the replay left in the half, both teams are at the 4th team foul. On the next foul, both teams will be shooting.
Yeah, and I think right there, Bailey got caught in between trying to go for the steal, and then, I'm about to get ran over.
He got ran over and got whistled for the foul.
That's correct.
And now they finally shut that door, thank goodness, because that glare was hitting me like right in the face. Here's a corner 3, which is good. That was a nice shot that time by Dylan Hensman. And a timeout on the floor. As we take a break with 2:25 left in the half, it's a 5-point lead for Elkins, 23-18. It's a 30-second break. We'll be right back. Actually, no, it's going to be a full, I think it's a 30. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
A 6-0 Elkins run has put them up by 1, and Pikeview turns it over. So right now, a minute ago, as you mentioned, you were right, Eric, at the time, Pikeview had the momentum. Now Elkins has flipped the script, and now they have the momentum.
And they did it, and they're doing it the same way Pikeview did it, turning up that defensive intensity on the press.
Nice pass down low. We got a travel.
Yeah, that's a good call. As great feed into Matthew Mahoney, but he was not able to really gather his feet and travel before getting the bucket.
So here is Damewood with it in the front court. Nice bounce pass down low. Vestal puts the shot up. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and we'll have a held ball, and the arrow will keep it with Pikeview.
The difference between Pikeview and Elkins big guys, Elkins guys are put together just a little bit more, and when they get their hands on rebounds, they really are able to wrestle it away.
Here's Thomas as he loses the ball, trying to go down the lane. And a nice run out, and they couldn't finish. That layup was by Dylan Hensman was shot a little too hard. And now here's Holland for three, in and out, no good. He had a really good look.
Yeah, good look, did everything right, just couldn't get it to fall.
And Pikeview, though, Eric, they've been stuck on 18 for a while. And there's Damewood, 13-footer left of the lane, needs a roll, and he got it, and that will break a 6-0 run. And it'll get Pikeview back within three.
Damewood was able to get the I'm not going to say lucky roll, the shooter's roll right there to get the two.
So we're coming up on the final minute of the first half. I'm glad you're with us here on Video Productions. On Saturday afternoon, ball knocked out of bounds by Damewood. It'll stay with Elkins with an even 1 minute remaining. Rose back into the game for Pikeview. So Elkins led by 1 at the end of the quarter, 12-11. They've expanded that lead to 3 right now here in the final minute of the first half. There's Holland for 3 on the far side corner. He hits it. A 3-ball.
Brock Holland's second 3 of the quarter and the third as a team in the quarter.
And this is the biggest lead of the game right here at 6. Into the lane, little short shot, and it is short, and that was put up by Bennett.
Excuse me, Maris. Yeah. Offensive rebound right there by Zach Rose, and he did the smart thing, was going out of bounds and bounced it off of Elkins to give Pikeview another possession.
So here's Damewood with it. Around the horn they go. They get the ball inside to Thomas. Try maybe a little two-man game, and now Damewood with it. Nice pass, and Thomas with the finish.
A much-needed bucket right there by Pikeview as Thomas is able to get his first field goal of the afternoon.
So coming up on the final 15 seconds of the half, and I got to think that Elkins will take the final shot of the half.
Yeah, that probably need to go right now. And
well,
wow,
Pikeview didn't want to do that.
And that's the 5th team foul.
Right.
2 freebies.
Yeah, over the limit, and that will get Friedman to the free throw line. A.J. Friedman will now shoot 2.
And that was on Bailey, be his second.
Yeah, that's a costly mistake for Pikeview.
That is.
So Friedman set, first free throw's good. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap this. We'll have the numbers of the first half. We've had one game already played that started at 11:15 this morning. That was a girls' game. Huntington beat Beckley 61-49. There'll be a girls' game after this, which will be Spring Valley University. Bill will have that. Eric and I will be back for the Greenbrier East Cabell Midland game and Princeton Huntington boys game coming up here later this afternoon. Both free throws are made. Last shot time, the 3 doesn't go, and that's how the half is going to end. So this equals the largest lead of the game, and at the break, it's a 6-point advantage for Elkins. They lead Pikeview 28-22. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll recap and get you some numbers of the first half here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
West Virginia's #1 hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Little Caesars stuffed crazy crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza, pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and it's a 6-point advantage for Elkins as they lead Pikeview 28-22. The game went back and forth in the first quarter, tied at 4. There was a little run there by Elkins, and Pikeview answered it, and back and forth they went, and Elkins led 12-11 at the end of the first quarter. The game into the second quarter was tied at 16, then it went to 20-18, then it went 23-20, and now 28-22. The 6-point lead is the lead for Elkins. They led by 6 twice in that second quarter, and like I said, this equals the largest lead of the game right here, 28-22. We'll take a break. When we come back, Eric will have the official team totals and individual totals of this first half, and we'll do it on the other end of the break here on Video Productions.
The one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Are you ready to steer your career in a new direction? Look no further than New River Community and Technical College. With brand new simulators and virtual reality equipment, New River CTC's commercial driver's license program provides on-the-road experience before ever getting behind the wheel. You can become road ready by earning your CDL in just 6 weeks, along with a 180-hour certificate. Whatever your dream, New River CTC's CDL program puts you on the route to success. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from 1 location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, Dave Barksdale Court. 28-22, a 6-point advantage equals the longest lead of the game for Elkins. And Eric, you have some numbers of the first half.
Yeah, balance was the key for Pikeview. As out of their 22 points, they had 6 people score, and leading the way for Pikeview was Zach Rose with 6, Bryson Bailey with 5, Austin Bennett with 4, Drew Damewood with 2, and Grayson Weatherly with Drew Thomas, their leading scorer, came off the bench with 3. And on the other side, Brock Holland led the way for Elkins with 10 points, and A.J. Friedman came in the game and gave him a lift in that second quarter as he had 5 points, and they have 2 other people with 3, and Dylan Heinzman with 5.
And also, Eric, we take a look at some of the team totals here. We look at Pikeview. They were 7 of 19 from the floor, just 1 of 6 of downtown. But they got to the free throw line 10 times, making 7. On the flip side, Elkins, 9 of 24 from the floor, just 5 of 16 from downtown, but they were perfect at the line, 5 of 5.
Yeah, and both teams, I thought the pace of the game, as you stated, heated up in that second quarter. It was a game of runs. It looked like Pikeview had the momentum early and was in a situation where they had 3 fouls on Elkins within the first minute of the second quarter. but Elkins didn't really foul. After that, they picked up one more foul the rest of the way and kept Pikeview from shooting free free throws from those fouls.
And, Eric, as you're talking, just looking at the stat sheet here, and just to add to what you just said, as we go back, you look, Pikeview's biggest lead was 3 in the first half, and Elkins, like I said, their biggest lead is now, which they've led by 6 a couple different times, but the score was tied 4 times, so we had 6 lead changes in that first half.
Yeah, and it was back and forth. Each team answered the other team's run. So we'll see if Pikeview coming out in this third quarter can answer this late surge by Elkins.
So Elkins up 6 at the break. We'll take our final halftime break, come back, get you ready for the second half. You're watching the 2024 New River CTC Invitational being presented by Little General Stores, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back in to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Boy, it's been a long week, Eric, and I know you and the heavy hitter are going to drag me across the finish line as we're in our final day. There was 28 games total. This game here is game 24. So we'll have 4 more games after this one, which you and I will do 2 of those, and Bill O'Brien and Brian Helton will do the other 2.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of action, a lot of good action. And you know what's wild about today, and a lot of our viewers need to pay attention to this. The most exciting game could be the one that ends today.
The last one.
Is that last one. I'm looking forward to a middle school game of that caliber with Mullins and Greater Beckley this evening.
I will say this. You and I did the Mullins Independence game, and boy, Mascari, what a tremendous player he is.
Yeah, Brock Johnson on the other side. I mean, just great middle school basketball in this area now.
And then Independence got a big win as they beat Eastern Greenbrier pretty big yesterday. I don't have it in front of me. I think it was like 61 to 27. Something.
It was 71.
71. I know they beat them pretty good.
71-27. Yep.
And then you look at Greater Beckley, and I didn't do that Greater Beckley game as Elkins will have the first possession, but I watched a little bit of it. They've got a Spencer kid that played at Park last year, and they've got another good left-handed kid. And they've got a really good team. That'll be a very competitive game. So we're ready to start the second half in this one, which is a competitive game. A 6-point lead for Elkins. They'll have first crack at it here in the second half. They get the ball into the lane, and we got a turnover. And that's the one thing, we had our share of turnovers in that first half. There were 12 turnovers by Pikeview and 10 turnovers by Elkins.
Yeah.
So that's turnover 11 by Elkins.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 23 turnovers, and they're and we stated this in the beginning of the game, it looks like each team is trying to match each other shot for shot and turnover for turnover. So whoever can harness the turnovers will come out with the win.
Vestal puts the shot up, he'll draw the foul. I think they called it on the floor, and they will. And another thing, too, the fouls have mounted up as well. as both teams were in the over the limit in each quarter.
And that was on Brock Holland for Elkins, and that was his first and team's first of the third quarter.
So it'll be taking the ball out of bounds is Pikeview. They're down 6. They had 4 ties in that first half, 6 lead changes. This equals the largest lead of the game, which Elkins has led by 6 on 2 different occasions. Neither team has scored here yet, and not quite a minute here into the second half, and another turnover.
So 13 turnovers to 11.
So here's Elkins on the attack. And actually, if you remember, Eric, that's how the first half started, with each team turning it over. That's also how the second half starts, and now we got a foul.
Yeah, and the foul bailed out another turnover because Pikeview's really been aggressive with that trap, and really putting Elkins ball handlers in distress because they're trying to get rid of it.
Well, each team's got a turnover to start this half. Each team's committed a foul to start this half, and we're just a little over a minute here into the second half. Here's Holland on the drive, gets into the lane, puts up the shot off the glass. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and we have a foul or held ball. I think we're going to have a foul. Yep, going to be a foul called.
I think they're going to call that on Rose.
The official, nope. Let's see. They're going to call it on Bailey.
Bailey, that should be his third. That's big.
You are correct. That's his third, team second of the quarter. There's a drive.
Pikeview's defensive rotations are real good to start the quarter.
And that shot goes out of bounds off of Pikeview.
There's a lot of rules that we talk about, and I just like to see it coming on. It'll never happen, but I think there needs to be some sort of shot clock in high school basketball.
Yeah, that would be nice if they would have it, and have an opportunity to do a couple of tech games. That's a nice drive and a nice finish.
Brock Holland.
Holland, he's played well. And this is the biggest lead of the game right here at 8. But you're right, Eric. I guess I got spoiled. I've done able to do 2 West Virginia Tech men's games already. And even though they have a 30-second shot clock, as here's a 3 on the far side corner. Good. You got the shooter's touch. The roll goes for Elijah Hall.
Hall gets in the scoring column.
But what I was going to say, Eric, that as Holland will dial up a 3, the way they're putting it up, not giving me a chance to finish this point, but neither Tech in the 2 games that I've done against their opponents, as here's another 3 is no good. Neither team, and a foul on the rebound, as Damewood hit the floor hard. But even Tech and their opponents, rarely in a 40-minute game does the shot clock get under 10 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, correct. And that one almost went in. They're going to call the foul right there on Levi Wanless right there. It's his third, and that's the team's second of the quarter.
Damewood is a little shaken up.
And you're right, and that's why I think it would give some of the games that will bog down some flow, and I just think that's me personally, and I think it's a better brand of basketball and you can reward a team for playing good defense.
There's a 3 ball. So back-to-back 3s have gotten Pikeview now within 2.
And Elijah Hall has been the guy shooting the ball in the hoop for 3.
Right down the chute as he hit one on the far side corner, now on the near side corner. And that's got Pikeview's defense in sync with that last couple of 3s. Good ball rotation. Hollins will dial it up for 3 and knock it down.
Brock Holland's third 3 of the contest.
But Eric, I agree, and I don't foresee it anytime soon. It may happen. Never say never. 3 ball in the far side corner, going for 3 in a row, and that doesn't go.
And he's going to pick up a cheap foul.
Yep.
Yeah, Elijah Hall. And not only is he knocked down 2 threes, but he picks up his third foul in the third quarter.
Yeah, and that will be the third team foul. So we got some new players into the ball game. A.J. Friedman, he had a good first half in there for Elkins.
A.J. Friedman's the smallest guy that's been inserted in the game, but he really runs the point well for Elkins. Handles the pressure.
And on cue, he's get a little scoop shot. Won't go, but Rose will clear the rebound for Pikeview.
Yeah, but he got to the to the rim with ease.
Yep.
He's not able to finish.
He got to the 10. He just couldn't, like you said, just couldn't finish. Vestal will dial it up for 3. That won't go. Offensive rebound. The putback is short. That putback was by Bennett. And what do we got? We got a foul
on Pikeview.
And that's their 4th team foul.
And that's going to be whistled on Austin Bennett. And I think that's his first, but as you stated, the bigger concern is that's the 4th team foul.
And we still got a little more than half the quarter to go. They'll put it up there in a minute because they had 3 team fouls a minute ago prior to that, and then that foul happened.
I think they may pull the trigger on the 3 early.
Maybe.
I think they did because I only had them down for 2 team fouls.
Well, now they've got 3. It's Freedom with a little runner that time as short by Friedman, and back the other way comes Pikeview. 3 ball, that's going to be long, but an offensive rebound by Bennett. They get the ball down low, and there's a foul, reach in on the pass.
And that's going to be on DJ Lauk, his first, team's 3rd.
So each team with 3 team fouls in the quarter.
I told you these teams mirror one another as far as whatever one does, the other one's been prone to do it.
Here's Pikeview. Hall on the drive, they cut him off. There's a 3 coming up. That 3 is going to be short. It just grazes the iron by Bailey. And here's Elkins on a run. Getting in, nice layup, nice finish that time by Lauk. And biggest lead of the game right here now at 7 points. Three for Pikeview doesn't go. That 3 is put up by Hall. And we got a jump ball, and the arrow will keep it with Pikeview.
And that's a good. I thought they were going to whistle Rock Holland maybe for over the back, and that's good. That's good. Both teams went. Both guys went vertical. That's a good, jump ball situation.
So Pikeview will inbound under their own hoop. Three put up, too strong. Friedman clears the rebound for Elkins. And that's a good no call. He was incidentally tripped. Holland will dial it up from 3, in and out, heartbreak. That ball was halfway down, and clearing the rebound is Hall, back the other way for Pikeview. There's a 3 from the near side corner, won't go. Offensive rebound, the putback, it won't go. Hung on the iron. The 3 was put up by Bennett. The putback by Hall wouldn't go. And Elkins on the run. 3 is good, right down the chute by Hensman. And the biggest lead of the game right here at 10 points for Elkins.
And then that's as you state, a 5-point swing on that.
Full timeout. We'll take it with them as we go to break. You watch Hensman putting it right down the chute. A 10-point advantage. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
1-2.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from 1 location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Elkins, producing and directing. I'm Maris Lowry along with Eric Thomas. Jackie Moon on camera along with Andrew Bolin. And right now, Eric, the biggest lead of the game. Maybe a little danger zone here for Pikeview. With 2:22 remaining in the third quarter, a 10-point advantage for Elkins.
You're right. This last 2 minutes of this third quarter, you need to get back within in shouting distance, and they're more than capable as Elkins once again bails them out with the foul, and that's going to be on Hinsman, who hit the three going into break, picks up a quick foul.
So it'll be side out for Pikeview. That'll be the 4th team foul of the quarter for Elkins. So the next foul by Elkins will put Pikeview to the line. They'll be over the limit. You know, Thomas, who leading scorer, who didn't start today, didn't start the other day, but they've really not got him going.
Yeah, he only
17.
has 3 points.
Yeah, he averages 17. He's only got, would you say, 3?
3 points.
Yeah, he just has not been in the flow of the game.
Yeah, 1 layup
and 1 free throw.
And 1 free throw. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you'll check out as a team leading scorer, but they need to find a way to get him involved here soon.
Nice drive and a little kiss off the glass for Hall, and a much-needed basket for Pikeview.
So Pikeview has 8 points this quarter, and they're all by Elijah Hall.
Yeah, he's got a couple threes in that bucket. Friedman will dial up for 3. That's a little short. Holland with the rebound, and will draw the foul and get to the line.
And that'll be on David Thomas. Will pick up the foul. It's a shooting foul, but it's still the team's 4th, as Holland will get to the free throw line as he took a whack across the face.
The Little Caesars Pizza replay. Little Caesars, the official pizza of the National Football League. Which, by the way, Eric, I know all this basketball we're doing, there are a couple of big key football games in the NFL this afternoon. And for most of here in Southern West Virginia, most, not all, there are a few Cowboy fans, but most of them are Pittsburgh Steelers fans. And the Steelers, you know, this could happen if they beat the Ravens, and Ravens are not, since they got the #1 seed, they're not playing like all of their key people. And if Miami were to beat Buffalo tomorrow night, Pittsburgh would be in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they have 2 paths, because I think if the Jaguars
they do, but the scenario I just gave you is their easiest path.
Oh, that's their easiest path.
You're right, but you are correct. They do have another.
Correct. And the Jaguars very well may be without Trevor Lawrence. I know we're
talking football, right? But I mean, there's a discussion going on, and we are talking a little football
because it's going to be a technical
commercial. So not really sure. And I didn't mean to get too sidetracked there talking about the NFL, but when that commercial came up, and I love that commercial with Jefferson, the receiver for the Vikings, on that Little Caesars commercial. So let's see what's going on out here. Holland got the rebound and drew the foul. And I'm not sure what the discussion is. Maybe we can get one of the officials to, if they can let us in on what's going on. If I wave, they should be able to see me, right?
Yeah.
Officials can see everything, right? But right now they're in a conference, as you can see. With 1:41 remaining in the third, it's an 8-point game. And now the coaches are now going to meet with the officials. But what I can recall, Eric, is Holland got the offensive rebound and he drew the foul. So this discussion is going on between the 3 officials and the 2 coaches. And maybe we can get one of the officials over here to tell us what happened. And I guess after all that, what we thought happened is what's going to happen, and that's free throws. So you really don't know what that discussion was all about. So even though we were talking a little bit about the NFL, I don't think we got too sidetracked on that.
I don't think we missed much.
No. Well, what we thought, the play we called is what's going to happen. Holland got the rebound, drew the foul, he's at the line.
At the free throw line, shooting 2.
Free throw is no good. Of course, I know, Eric, you being a big Dallas Cowboy fan, Cowboys need a win, and that will clinch the division and be the 2 seed should that happen.
That's right, but we play our arch rival in Washington, the Washington Commanders, and we went up there and laid an egg against them last year, so I look for them to give Dallas everything they have tomorrow. That's their playoff game.
Yep, there's a drive. It doesn't go. That shot was put up by Bennett, and back the other way. Here's Elkins. Friedman has it. Here in the corner, a 3 doesn't go. Offensive rebound, we'll get another crack at it. And that's Hinsman with it. There's 2 Hinsmans. That's Dylan Hinsman. They get the ball down low in the low post. Double team. Hinsman had it and fumbled it. And Friedman will take the shot and it won't go. Final minute here, quarter number 3. Thomas puts a little short shot up and doesn't get to go. Yeah, like I said, normally he'll get you 17 a game. He just hasn't really been in the flow of the game.
And that was now he's going to pick up a frustration foul right there.
And what a shot by Lucas D'Angelo, the hoop and the harm.
And I think that was on Thomas, and it was. And I think that's a frustration foul, as he couldn't get it to go on the other end. And Lucas D'Angelo has a chance to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, biggest lead here equals the largest lead at 10, has a chance to be 11. I won't go off on the NFL after that. That was our Little Caesars instant replay. By the way, the Little Caesars, they are the official pizza of the National Football League.
Yes, they are.
So, and you can see here we got a Pepsi Zero can right here sitting in front of me, as the free throw by D'Angelo is good. Biggest lead of the game is D'Angelo polishes off the three-point play. It's 11-point advantage here in the final 40 seconds of quarter number 3. Damewood, who had been injured earlier in the game, back in it. And did the ball go off of Elkins? I think it did. And it'll stay with Pikeview in the final 31.2 of quarter number 3.
Ooh, I caught the tail end of that on the replay. So,
replay brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza. Get the ball down low. Thomas off the glass. It won't go. The ball's tipped out. Contact, and we got a whistle and a foul.
And that's going to be on Bailey, Bryson Bailey, and that's his 4th. And the team's 5th.
And that's free throw time. An official given the call there, so we'll walk down on this end, and Lucas D'Angelo, who just completed a three-point play with the hoop and the harm, will now be at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Elkins led by 1 at the end of the quarter. They led by 6 at the break. They have the longest lead of the game right here at 11 and now 12, as D'Angelo knocks down the first of 2 shots. So Elkins has got a little distance between them and Pikeview here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they really in the second half of the third quarter turned up the defensive pressure and putting Pikeview behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game right here at 13, final 10 seconds of quarter number 3, and it's a turnover. 2 on 2, now it's 3 on 2. They got the numbers, but they didn't have good spacing, but they're going to be bailed out with a foul, and we've got a couple more free throws coming up.
Yeah, and that's going to be A.J. Friedman in transition, applying pressure to that Pikeview defense and getting a chance to get to the free throw line, where he is a cool 3 of 3 on the afternoon.
So Friedman set, ready, first free throw on its way, and that's Eric's fault.
That's why I said it, Maris. I wanted to see if my streak would continue,
or
our streak.
Having this conversation with Bill O'Brien in the game we did, is second one's good, 14-point lead. Now I'll get into this as we start the fourth quarter. There's a half-court shot. It'll count if it goes, and it won't go. So at the end of 3, the largest lead of the game is right here at 14, and it belongs to Elkins. They're up 44-30. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter right after this on Video Productions.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza Pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
We're going to the fourth quarter, and the biggest lead of the game is right here, a 14-point advantage for Elkins, 44-30. But, Eric, what I was getting ready to say right before the end of the third quarter, Bill and I was doing a game, and, we talk about so many games that we do that whenever, whether it be us or a national broadcast of an NBA game or a college game, and the broadcasters will say so-and-so has made their last 10 or they're automatic from the line, and then they put the broadcaster jinx on them. Well, back in the day, and you may remember this in the 80s, when Larry Bird, he shot, right at like 90, 92%. He said he wanted the CBS announcers to say that because he's going to show them that he wasn't going to miss. He said that made him shoot his free throws better when they said that, because he said that would never work on him.
That's right, but that's Larry Bird. That's right.
That's right.
That bird is a different specimen. You know what I mean?
That bird flies a different way,
a different altitude.
Yes.
That's for sure.
All right, going to the fourth quarter, Elkins with their largest lead of the game at 14 plus possession of the ball. And if you're Pikeview, man, you've really got to get a stop. And here's Lambert, will dial it up from 3, and the big fella right down the chute. And it's a 17-point lead.
And Lambert shot that with confidence coming out of the to start the quarter.
Yeah, Elkins going back into the third quarter. That's now a 7-0 run, and now they have ballooned this lead to 17. In the lane, little short shot right of the lane, and it's good. And boy, desperately by Hall. And Hall's been their only offense here in the second half.
10 points the half has been Hall.
Back the other way, Holland with a bucket.
But at this juncture in the game, you cannot afford to do what, Maris?
Well, you can't trade baskets with them. You got to get stops. Yeah, and here's Damewood into the lane, stops, pops, it's good. But now Pikeview able to score on back-to-back possessions. Can they get the stop?
Well, they've already gotten half the points that they scored in the total points that they scored in the third.
There's Lambert on the drive, throws the ball back out. We got a whistle and a foul, and I think it's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, and that's going to be player control foul on Aiden Lambert as he picks up his third.
So that's a start if you're Pikeview. You get a stop there.
That's one stop. Now you got to score.
You scored the last two possessions, and you got to score here as you're trying to climb out of this hole, which was 17. It's been cut to 15 now. And there's been the hot hand has been Hall. And Hall will step up, shoot a 3, doesn't go. Holland gets the rebound for Elkins. Here's D'Angelo with it. He's played well off the bench for Elkins. Into the corner, Friedman for 3. That's short, but Lambert, the big fella, with the rebound and the putback, and it doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul.
Yeah, big fella was Johnny on the spot. Aiden Lambert able to gobble up the offensive rebound, as we see here on the replay, and nice head fake, got it up, got fouled, and I think that's going to be on Thomas, correct?
Yeah, and Eric, he actually moved pretty good to have that big brace, because early in the game he didn't look like he could move that well, but on that play he looked like he was able to move really well as he got the rebound and put it back, drew the foul as the first free throw is no good.
Here's a stat for you. David Thomas came in averaging 17 points in the game. As you stated, he only has 3. He has just as many fouls as he has points, and that doesn't bode well for you if you're Pikeview with 6:11 left in the contest.
Yeah, he's just not able to get on track this afternoon, as Lambert able to make 1 of 2 and stretch the lead to 16 as we're coming up on 2 minutes here into the fourth quarter. There's Hall. He's had the hot hand for Pikeview, and he'll draw the fouls. He went down the lane. He took a shot, and he'll step up to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that's the correct call. Aiden Lambert thinks that he was straight up, but if you can see here on the replay, kind of reaches over with his left hand on the drive. Yeah, it comes into the shooter.
So, like I said, Hall has virtually been pretty much the whole offense for Pikeview in the second half. And he came in averaging 9 a game, and he makes the first of 2 there. And the second free throw by Hall on its way, and it looks good, and it is. He needed a little help from the front of the rim. So they've trimmed 3 points off the lead. They were down as many as 17, down 14 now.
Was that Elijah Hall?
That is. He made them both. And there's a foul back on the other end, and it will be free throws coming up for Holland for Elkins, as that foul will go against Bailey.
If not for Hall, he has 12 of the 14 second half points,
right,
as we look at another foul by, and that's going to be, was that on Bailey or?
Yeah, Bailey, his 4th. And the free throw is no good by Holland.
And Holland is missed his last 3 free throws. So let's see if we can reverse the curse.
Reverse the curse. I like that.
0 for 3 in the second half.
Hey, when you wear 23, you got to make a few foul shots, don't you?
That's right.
Lead is 15. Like I said, biggest lead has been 17. Elkins entered the game 1-5. Pikeview 2-5. And Hall jump step into the lane, puts up the shot. It doesn't go. Holland clears the rebound for Elkins.
Elkins is beginning to run away with this game.
Yeah, Elkins led by 1 at the quarter, 6 at the break. They open up a 14-point lead at the end of 3. Holland will dial it up from 3. It won't go. Ball's tipped out. Here's Hall with it. Leads 15 now. Hall on the move.
A lot of time in the game if you can get some stops and some points.
Well, that's it. If you get stops on one end, you got to be able to score, but they turn it over. And going in for an easy layup is good. That layup is put up by Boggs. Once again, this 17-point lead equals the longest lead of the ball game. Pikeview just trying to find somebody free. They get the ball inside the vessel, and there's a foul, I believe, on the entry pass.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Holland. Got him for reaching around the offensive player right there. And
so got a new player checking into the ball game. That'll be Ray, Caleb Ray, 6'2" senior for Elkins, checks into the lineup. His first action of the day. 4.5 to go. And what was a tight game pretty much throughout that first half, Eric, is Elkins really near toward the end of the second quarter, especially all into the third quarter now. The first, almost half here of the fourth quarter, Elkins has really had control of the game.
Yeah, they really have. They've really turned up the pressure defense, which both teams.
So on the missed shot, it goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Elkins. And like I said, we're just 22 seconds away from coming up on the halfway point of this fourth quarter. And there's a steal.
And that's what you need. But you need to turn the steals into points if you're Pikeview.
And there's Hall. He'll give it to Damewood. Damewood will dial it up for 3. That won't go. Thomas with the offensive rebound. It's short. He just has not had his normal game here today.
Yeah, and he shot everything short. Just doesn't really seem to have any shooting touch today.
Nice pass by D'Angelo inside. They get the ball down low to Hall, and he gets the hoop and the harm. And now the biggest lead of the game right here at 19. As we watch the replay, look at D'Angelo. That's a nice little pass there, and Holland with the finish with the left hand.
And that's going to be the third foul on Damewood.
And Holland trying to stretch the lead out to 20 if he can knock this free throw down. And he cannot. So we're under the 4-minute mark of the game. And the lead is ballooned up to 19. Biggest lead of the game right here. Ball went off the foot of Thomas. He's just had a really tough afternoon.
Just very tough evening.
So Elkins will put the ball in play just to our right, side out. A 1-point Elkins lead at the end of the quarter, 6 at the break, 14 after 3, with the ball and up 19 now. There's a drive off the glass. We're going to have a blocking foul. And Boggs will get to the line to shoot 2.
Second in a row blocking foul called on Drew Damewood. And Griffin Boggs stepped to the free throw line for his first 2 attempts of the day.
Yep, 6'5" senior will step up to the line for Elkins. Riley Ryder will check into the lineup. And he's over at the scorer's table. He'll check in after this first free throw. That'll be his first action of the game, as the free throw is no good by Boggs. And now checking in will be Levi Wanless. And apparently, the young man I'd mentioned, Ryder, is going to check in for the shooter.
He's getting the shooter.
Yeah. So
Only
you want
if
to
he
make
makes it.
Well, I was going to say you want to make it, but if you miss it, you stay in the game.
That's right.
And he does miss it, and now there's a foul, and he would have stayed in the game a little longer had there not been a foul.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it and there be a dead ball.
No, and the foul's on Ray of Elkins, yeah. So Ryder now will check into the ball game. 3.5 to go, a 19-point lead for Elkins. So Elkins, if they can hang on, and you think they would be able to the way this game has went, they'll get their second win of the season. Here's Vestal into the lane, puts up the short shot and scores.
And that's Vestal's first 2 points since the first quarter, 2 free throws in the first quarter.
Down low, a little short shot up and in by Ray.
Yeah, and you're right. Elkins just really took control of this midway through the third and ran away with it.
Yeah, I thought we'd have a little bit more competitive game, but it just seemed like that Elkins was, as that shot is long, D'Angelo with the rebound. It seemed like Elkins had maybe a little bit more pep in their step from the middle of the second quarter on. Holland will attack the basket, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Ryan Robinette right here on the grab.
So Holland steps up to the free throw line.
No, excuse me, they called that on Thomas.
Free throw is no good.
For Pikeview. His fourth.
Checking into the lineup will be Grayson Weatherly for Pikeview. As Hall will have a seat. Hall will, at least, he did work. He did all he could do on the offensive end as Holland misses them both.
Yeah, Holland has missed 4 out of the last 5 free throws.
So 2.5 remaining in this one. We've got a girls game coming up next. Bill O'Brien will have that. It'll be Spring Valley University. Eric and I will be back with you at 4:50 for Cabell Midland Greenbrier East boys as that shot isn't good. And then we'll have Princeton and Huntington, Eric and I will, at 6:15. And then Bill O'Brien and Brian Helton will pull the curtain down on this 2024 event. D'Angelo hits a 3, as that'll be a middle school game between Greater Beckley and Mullins. We'll take a break with 2:12 remaining, and we'll keep it here just a 30-second timeout. And I'm sure what they want to do, Eric, is just add extra players. But 60-38, and boy, Elkins, like I said, they have really turned it up. They led by 1 at the quarter. They led by 6 at the half, which at that time was the largest lead of the game. They expanded to 14, and now they're up 22.
Yeah, and they've done it defensively, Maris, because they've held Pikeview to 16 total second half points.
Yeah, and they've turned them over. They made it really, really hard on Pikeview.
They really did. When they upped the pressure and really start turning Pikeview over, but not only did they turn them over, they turned them into buckets. And, both teams early on, as you stated, was 12 turnovers to 11. And we said whichever team was able to turn the other one over and score out of it would be the winner, and Elkins did just that.
Well, Eric, we've got to come up with our Dr. Tabbitt player of the game here for this one. And we'll let you mull around on that for a little bit. And we'll have you to let me know as we'll figure out who it's going to be. We think we have an idea. Maybe the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander, might want to chip in on that as well. She's been here, for the biggest part, she's been here all day today. And another turnover for Pikeview. We're under 2 minutes for the game. And there's a shot, a layup, a little too strong. That was by Ryder, and Ray couldn't handle it, and it's out of bounds to Pikeview. But, Eric, the next 2 games that you and I will have, I think, Cabell Midland, they beat Wyoming East yesterday, and we'll have them against Greenbrier East. Of course, Greenbrier East's leading scorer has been hurt. He missed the Musselman game and a game that East lost, and he also missed the win over Pikeview. So Gabbett, their top guy for East, 17 a game, is out due to an injury.
Well, we know all too well on any level, if you're losing your leading scorer, and that just puts a lot of pressure on your offensive team.
That is Gabe Patton, who I was talking about for Greenbrier East, as that bucket is made. So Gabe Patton averaging 17 a game. Don't know if he'll be back based on what, seen him the other night. I wouldn't think that he will be, but we'll have Cabell Midland, Greenbrier East, and then Princeton and Huntington. And there's a travel. Of course, Eric, next week we'll have, and it's hard to believe with all the basketball we've done this week that we got to talk about next week, but we'll have games video production on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 2 games on Thursday. You and I will have a Beckley girls game against Oak Hill. Bill O'Brien and Brian Helton will have Greenbrier. It'll be Pikeview and Shady. That shot is no good. And then Greenbrier East will play Shady next Friday. You and I will have Princeton and Beckley boys on Thursday. Next Saturday afternoon, you and I will have GW and Beckley boys here at the Raleigh County Convention Center.
So nice week of basketball.
Yep. We'll definitely be busy, that's for sure. And we were busy all this week.
I definitely love that 4 o'clock start on Saturday.
Yeah. So it's a 20-point game. Biggest lead's been 22. Final 40 seconds of this one. Elkins going to get their second win. They'll go to 2-5. Pikeview's going to fall to 2-6. And coming up, we'll recap this one. We'll have the numbers. We'll have our Dr. Tabbitt player of the game.
And Mahoney with the bucket underneath.
Matthew Mahoney scores. Final 20 seconds here. Rose with it. There's a 3 put up, and it doesn't go. Hung on the iron. That 3 was put up by Bennett. And here's D'Angelo with it, and he'll just need to dribble it out. Just hold on to the ball, and that's the ball game. Your final score, it's Elkins 62 and Pikeview 40. 62-40, the final score. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap. We'll go inside the numbers. We'll pick our Dr. Tabbitt player of the game. We'll do it all when we come back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
West Virginia's #1 hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Little Caesars stuffed crazy crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza, pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
And we put in the final touches of this big win for Elkins. They defeat Pikeview 62-40. Elkins led 12-11 at the end of the first quarter. Their lead was 6, 28-22 at the break. They opened that lead to 14 at the end of 3, 44-30, and they win going away by 22, 62-40. With the win, Elkins will go to 2-5, and Pikeview, they will fall to 2-6. We'll take another post-game break. We'll come back. Eric will go inside the numbers, and we'll have our Dr. Tabbitt player of the game, and we'll do that when we come up next here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
West Virginia's #1 hit music station. West Virginia's longest running morning show. Hit music 24/7. One station, all the hits. 103 CIR is WCIR FM, Beckley. 103CIR.com.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Little Caesars stuffed crazy crust is stuffed with cheese and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. There was more time.
Pizza, pizza.
Take me home, country road.
105.9 WTNJ.
That game was at Clemson. And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Final score as Elkins defeats Pikeview 62-40. Elkins now 2-5, Pikeview 2-6. We're going to go inside the numbers of this big win, and for that, here's Eric.
Yeah, and Pikeview just really struggled in the second half, Maris, as they were, as you stated, not really able to score. They only scored 16 points in the second half, and they were led in scoring. That was a good lead-in by me because Elijah Hall led them in scoring. He scored all 12 of his points in the second half. That shows you their offensive struggles. So Elijah Hall had 12. Austin Bennett had 6. Drew Damewood had 4. Zach Rose had 6, all in the first half. And their leading scorer came in averaging 17 points a game. David Thomas was held to 3 for the Pikeview Panthers. On the flip side, Elkins was led by Brock Holland. He had a 20.8 rebound effort for Elkins. Dylan Hensman had 11. Lucas D'Angelo had 7, and they all came in the second half in that third quarter when I think Elkins really took the lead, and they were able to pull away for Pikeview for the win.
Yeah, and, as you look at the overall stat sheets, and this goes way back to the first half, it was tied 4 times. There were 6 lead changes. That shows you it was a competitive game there for the biggest part of the first half. Like I said, it was a 6-point lead by Elkins, but the second half, and Elkins really controlled it, and that's why they won the game like the way they did.
And Pikeview turned the ball over 24 times. You can't.
You
can't win any game turning over 24.
Yeah, that's not a recipe for winning, that's for sure. Well, Eric, one final thing of business we got to take care of, and that's the Dr. Tabbitt Player of the Game, and you have who the young man is who will receive that award here this afternoon.
And that award goes to Brock Holland. Strong effort tonight, had 20 points, scored in all 4 quarters, and led the team with 20, and did it on the offensive defensive rebounding boards with 8 rebounds.
So coming up next, the 2:45 game will be Spring Valley at University. The girls game, Bill O'Brien will have that. For Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. For the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. And for our camera crew, Jackie Moon and Andrew Boland. Once again, the final score, it was 62-40. Elkins over Pikeview. We'll be right back here in just a little bit as Bill O'Brien.